Hello, welcome back to my channel, Sassy TikToker, the one and only. I hope you can hear me this time. I know last time people were complaining because I was too soft-spoken. So I'm going to try to be louder this time, even though it feels like I'm yelling. Sometimes things get sassy around here. And I like to add my commentary. If you like it, you should totally subscribe and hit that like button. And if you don't like it, okay. On to the video.
I just want to give you guys a little update on Falcon Express. We have finally merged with Falcons Project, and we're going to keep that name, Falcons Project, for bringing national attention to equine abuse across the United States and try to make sure that law enforcement does what they're supposed to do and get the information that we need to get to them in order to prosecute those who are abusing. Now, I want to just mention that we aren't going to just jump on everything as if this is a 100% abuse case. We are fully aware that there are three sides to every story and that people are innocent until proven guilty. So we will investigate and make sure that there actually is something going on with whatever it is. But the best way that you can help us to help these horses is to gather as much organized information as you possibly can and put it into one document and send it over to help@falconsproject.org. We have falconsproject.org currently being built for the website, where we will be able to take donations. We are going to be starting and applying for a 501c and really getting this moving. So if nothing else, in the end of the day, not only were we a thorn in his side the entire way, we got CB to trailer his horses half the way, we got him to take extended breaks, and the horses are still alive. So from there, that's not finished. He does have a misdemeanor he has to account for on 8/22. But other than that, we are going full swing into Falcons Project. And I hope that you guys will all follow along. We will be starting a TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook page that is only for Falcons Project, that won't have our personal stuff in it. We'll just be bringing national attention to whatever is going on with these abuse cases. You guys are Falcons warriors. You guys helped us with Falcon Express, and now it's Falcons Project. I'm excited to see where this goes and see how many horses that we can save and how many abusers we can have held accountable. Thank you.
We got a hold of some documents. First one we're going to look at is Kootenai County Sheriff's report of 7/26 of 2023 when Cyril got stopped when he was on private property camping illegally, hiding the horses in the trees. So we're going to read that report and the follow-up to it. Insider came back in and weighed in on the situation on August 10th. He wrote a nice long article. CB made a post on Instagram with some photographs from the photographer that was there on his very last day, which was August 4th, and he made a statement in the caption, and I'm a little bit confused about a lot of it. Lies, but specifically the part about the shoes. 5 pairs of shoes for Shiok and 4 for Pete. Pairs? Sets? What exactly does that mean? Did they not have shoes all the way around? Yeah, they did. How can you have a pair? 5 pairs? It was 117 days, right? Those horses should have seen the farrier at least every 4 weeks. So that should have been probably 3 or 4 times for Pete, and at least 5 or 6 for Falcon / Shiok. And then we need to talk about horseshoes. No, not that kind. The regular kind. Falcon's shoes from when he was shod in Idaho, the very last time that he has been shod to our knowledge, were left behind. And we could just see what they look like, and I have never seen shoes worn this bad, worn down this bad, that they weren't taken off the horse long before it got to the point where it is. And then we're going to look at some regular horseshoes, just used horseshoes that have had normal use and have been taken off at the appropriate time, and we'll compare them. I found some that are similar, but they're kind of shocking. The extreme negligence. There is no excuse for this. There's no saying, I couldn't find a farrier. Sir, you claim that you have a team working behind the scenes, helping you out with this stuff. And Serena, the person who's helping you sell your horses, we'll get into that too, because that's kind of funny as well.
So these shoes right here come off of 2 Stupid to Ride's horses. This was sent to me by a friend of mine and asked me what my opinion was. These are just regular keg shoes. Like somebody just made these shoes and put them on. If you notice, there's nothing extra to these. By extra, I mean there's no borium on them. So when you ride a horse on pavement all day long, all it's doing is rubbing those shoes down. They have no traction, they're slick as just, they're dangerous. I'm not even talking about how unbalanced the feet had to be and heel long to cause these shoes to rub like that. But if you'll look at this and look really close right there, those shoes have what's called borium on them. This is better than steel, and it's sharper than glass. It literally cuts into the pavement, giving the horse the ability to walk. This right here is New York City's police department doing that to their horses they ride on the street. I do it for some of my trail riders that ride these slippery bottoms on solid rock all the time, especially in the Ozark Mountains. But in order for that horse's toes to look like that, it's one of three things. The shoes were left on way too long. But if that was all that was wrong, the whole shoe would be rubbed like that. The breakover is bad, meaning the heels are high and the toes are short, which leaves it extremely unbalanced. That or it's hurt, and it's compensating that weight onto the toe of the hoof, dragging its toe. Now most horses do walk a little bit toe strong, but it shouldn't be that bad. You're talking over a 1/4 inch wear difference in a 6-week cycle. But I'm banking on a little bit of all three of those. But there was a simple solution. If the man would have had a good farrier that knew the job those horses needed to do and knew that he needed borium, or even how to balance the feet properly, you could have mitigated a lot of that. I'm not saying it would have been perfect if I'd have done it, but it sure wouldn't look like that. And if you're the one that did it and you're watching my video, please DM me. If nothing else, I'll educate you a little bit. And maybe you were lied to and I've got it wrong. But that looked like it was done by Steve down the road that drinks a 30-pack on the way back to the house every night. And I don't know who your local horseshoer is, but you probably know somebody just like him. And never trust anybody with your horse that says, yeah, I'm a horseshoer. I learned from my grandpa and that's all I need to know. The day you stop learning is the day you start being stupid. For the rest of y'all, you'll have a wonderful day.
So were you just too concerned about yourself and not the horses and decided that, well, if one of us has to sacrifice, it'll be the horses and their shoes and the rest of their condition and their food and their water and their vet care and their... Yeah. So that you go and eat McDonald's, eat at steakhouses, drink beer all the time, and smoke the happy lettuce. Talk about substance use issues. On to Serena, aka probably Cyril. So, somebody had a text message conversation with Serena. If you don't remember who Serena is, check out the link in his link tree. It's got her phone number. It says to text about inquiries on buying the horses to Serena at the number, and then this text conversation is with that number. So supposedly it's Serena, but during the conversation there's a part where oops. Don't text and act like you're trying to be somebody else when you're under the influence of stuff. Stupid mistake. Yes, it's getting sassy in here. Remember, if you don't like it, that's okay. And then thanks to the lovely Bree from Falcon Express, now known as Falcons Project, we get to look at what an actual vet exam for lameness looks like. The one that Cyril should have had done for both horses. Yeah, somebody caring about their horse and actually getting proper vet care, he could never.
So if you were in the live yesterday, you heard me talking about my vet appointment with Bean, my Mustang. Nothing out of the ordinary. I didn't notice super bad lameness or anything, but I did notice he was bucking in the canter. He would throw his head a lot. He would kick out a bit. Just all around did not show comfort in the canter. So I had them do a lameness exam. Cyril, this is what a vet record looks like. They tested his feet, and then after lunging him and stuff, they saw that it was mostly in his hinds, so they tested his hinds and found hock lameness, grade 1, lowest grade lameness, intermittent, not super apparent, not obvious. So tell me why I could recognize that my horse that wasn't obviously lame was actually lame. No, look at that, recommendations. We're getting radiographs in 6 weeks.
And there's been sales ads popping up on Horse Clicks, Dream Horse, Equine Now, and they all get reported because they're fraudulent. And they get taken down. They get removed. So, as far as I know right now, he doesn't have any sales ads that are successfully posted on any of those big websites. Because as soon as somebody sees it, it's going to be flagged as fraud. Because it's fraud. It's lies. Buying a horse that's expensive, like 5 figures or more, you're going to want to get insurance on that investment. But there's a problem with getting insurance on these 2 horses for the amount that they're being sold for.
Another big problem here, $50,000. Okay, anybody I know who would drop $50,000 on a horse, even $20,000 or $10,000, they're going to want to get the horse insured, with life insurance, just in case anything happens to it and they need to recoup their loss. And yeah, you can't insure that horse for $50,000. Not going to happen. Doesn't have the parentage to ascribe value to, doesn't have accomplishments to ascribe value to. No equine life insurance company is going to insure that horse for $50,000. They're just not. I've insured enough horses to know this. They're like toddlers. You cannot leave them unsupervised. They are high on life. So yeah, I really don't know anyone who would drop $50,000 on a horse without being able to insure it for that amount. And anybody who would drop $50,000 on a horse, and without expecting to be able to have it covered for life insurance, yeah, you probably have too much money to begin with. There's much better things you could be doing than buying way grossly, insanely overpriced horses like that one. So, yeah. Just so you know, anybody thinking about buying this horse for $50,000, you're never going to be able to get it insured. Never. So have fun with that. Let me know how that works out for you.
Okay, I have a serious question for the people that enjoy my content, my subscribers. Do you like when I read articles out loud, or would you rather just pause and read them yourselves? Let me know in the comments, please. Thank you. So if you like the sass in today's video, please consider subscribing and hitting that like button. Thank you. Love you. Bye.